Folkloric is a bi-weekly podcast that will take a look at all the things in this world that make humans feel insignificant and scared.
Or uncomfortable and confused.
We will talk about the stories, the magic, and the cryptids.
And discuss their significance in culture and society.
Each episode will focus on one subject,
though tangents should be expected.
And we will learn about the history and the lore behind those subjects, and maybe have some silly fun along the way. So tune in every other Sunday. Find us wherever you listen to podcasts. The following episode has scenes of suicidal ideation. If this is something that you are uncomfortable with, please be aware. Hello, ghosts and ghouls. Welcome to this episode of Once More with Feelings. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Beth, and we are a emotional journey podcast. And sometimes we journey to Ireland.
Yes, with a lot of non-Irish people.
That's right.
Some of them were English, pretending to be Irish. Some of them were American or Canadian.
So we're talking about a film called High Spirits.
Yes.
From 1988. It follows a cash-strapped Irish hotelier, Peter Plunkett, who stages fake hauntings at his ancestral castle to lure American tourists. His scheme backfires when two genuine ghosts, Mary Plunkett and her jealous husband Martin, appear and begin to stir unexpected romantic entanglements among the visitors. As All Hallows Eve approaches, the boundary between the living and the dead blurs in a topsy-turvy comedy of love, loss, and resurrection. That is from IMDb, and I have to say it's the most incompetent summary I've heard in a long while.
And yeah.
So
there's so much more to this movie. I mean, it's not...
Well, it's
no masterpiece.
There's much more to this movie and much less.
There is. This movie is a sweet... Well, okay.
Let me give you an idea of what we're talking about here. In 1988...
This was a sweet movie in 1988.
Neil Jordan directed High Spirits. But he also, in 92, directed The Crying Game. And then in 1994, Interview with the Vampire.
Okay, holy shit. I did not know that this was the same guy. Because, see, I don't look into the directors.
Yes.
So I didn't realize it was the same guy from The Crying Game. The fucking Crying Game. And if y'all have not seen The Crying Game, please, I hope you get to go into it not knowing. Because I think that makes the movie 10 times better.
I think it's extremely problematic.
And it was a very problematic movie. And not, now.
Particularly for trans people.
It's always been a problematic movie. Don't get me wrong. It has always been a problematic movie. But as I always tend to get caught up in the whole historical lens crap, when the movie came out and I saw it, I know I was young. I didn't know shit. I was like, it was never like a movie I needed to watch again. But it was definitely like, it was impactful at that moment. Like, I didn't expect...
I mean, if
it was
we
an
have
emotional.
to, we can watch The Crying Game and talk about it.
I don't want to watch The Crying Game again. But it was, at the time, I thought it was an amazing movie because, in the emotional sense. But again, I think what was it? You said 92. I was 18. What the fuck did I know?
It might be worth watching the movie again in order to not review it, but talk about the emotions behind it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a fun film for me.
It's not going to be a fun film. It's not a fun film. In any universe.
No, I mean, it's not going to be a film that I'm going to enjoy emotionally throughout the film.
Yeah, no.
But worse is Interview with a Vampire. Okay. First of all, no.
Actually, I do have issues with Interview with a Vampire.
Yes, because Tom Cruise.
No. Weirdly enough.
Is it Brad Pitt?
So, and I always say that my only acceptable Tom Cruise movie is Far and Away, but Interview with the Vampire would be a second, only because I always forget that he's in it. Because honestly, Lestat is not a character he's ever played. He doesn't play characters like Lestat. Lestat's gay, and Lestat is that just off-kilter character that is just not a normal
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely
Tom Cruise.
something.
So I have a hard time going, oh yeah, that's Tom Cruise. I forget that freaking Antonio Banderas is in it. Because it's, again, they're playing vampires and it's just
Armand, right?
Yeah, Armand. Oh, I fucking love Armand. But I was
I'm going off of 20, 30 years of memory here.
I used to read I wouldn't say I read a lot. I was into the Mayfair Witches more so when it came to Anne Rice.
Understandable.
But even now
They have that series now.
I can't watch it.
No?
I
mean, I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
The little bits I have seen, I feel like it's not, I don't know. I really have issues with Anne Rice.
Two Big Little Lies? Little Big Lies? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
It's a TV series that kids watched in Dawson Creek times?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm old. I don't know shit.
Okay.
I know. I just have issues.
I just messed up the timeline.
You're just totally. But yeah,
I went back to Dawson's Creek when this is like maybe 5 years ago.
Pretty Little Liars. Is that what you're thinking of? Oh my God. So, which also has like
Big Man. Good movie.
Okay, Pretty Little Liars has like the best theme song. Okay, because this is one of my favorite songs. But even though I've never watched the show, I just know the song because our youngest used to watch it all the time. Yes, the Big Bopper.
Chantilly Lace.
I know you're trying to really drag me back into this movie, but I lost my point because I've forgotten. Gee, you completely forgot.
Derailed yet again. You are welcome, audience.
ADD. You're welcome. Fuck. So, how did you feel the first time you saw this movie in the ripe old year of 1988?
In 1988, I was a senior in high school. My whole world was an oyster. In that it was slippery, slimy, smelled like sea salt, and tasted horrible.
And there was no pearl.
No, there was a pearl, but I couldn't get to it. It was too far away.
Ah.
So, High Spirits was an adorable film for me. First of all, because everybody's nude all the time. And my little pan heart, I mean, it's not nude. In my version of nude as a kid.
I mean, yeah, because there's a lot of the...
I mean, you're looking at it now going, well, it's no Cinemax, but
no,
they were without clothes for half the film, and you're like, oh, yeah, Beverly D'Angelo has no clothes
Well, I mean,
on.
she was wearing a nightgown, and then, like, you saw her silhouette in the shower.
Several times.
And and yes, you see her...
Did you see the movie?
Yes, that was called a negligee. It was a nightgown that she was wearing.
In the bus?
In the bus? Yeah, when she's the one that has the stripe across the front of it, the weird sheer piece?
No. She was just in bra, panties, and a garter.
Oh, yeah, that part. I forgot about that part. I was thinking about like when she comes out of the bedroom and she's
there were several states of undress for everyone.
Oh, yeah, film. At some point. And then, Daryl Hannah, she's wearing that sheer dress.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
And again...
I didn't actually pay attention to Daryl Hannah that much.
Well, because as a ghost, and they have her with that pale makeup on, it just kind of... It makes her look like she's
washed
dead.
out, really.
Like she's literally fucking dead. And Liam Neeson, I have to say, I have never been so far from attracted to him in anything I've ever seen him in. I, first thing, forgot he was in this movie. Honestly forgot. But
the man is toned.
Oh my Lord! I gotta give it to him. But normally I see Liam Neeson in a movie and I'm like, Daddy.
He aged very well.
He did. So a friend of mine in Ireland is related to him, like cousins, and apparently he used to change her diapers.
Mary Plunkett.
Yes, Mary Plunkett.
Ah, brought it back around.
But so yeah, she said he was a dick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably to her. What if she's a bitch?
She's not. She's actually very, very, very...
You don't know. You don't know their family dynamic.
But I mean...
Maybe Liam is like, she used to steal all my food, or...
Well, I mean, I'm assuming she's
kicked my dog.
Definitely much younger than him, but...
Kidnapped my daughter, and I had to go...
No, she's a very sweet person. I cannot say a bad thing about her. I literally cannot. I mean...
Is it because she threatened you?
You know what you did, girl. No, she's never done that.
So it has a lot of people in it. I mean, just far beyond the amount of people you expect to be in this film. Yeah. And I forgot how many different people are in it. Peter O'Toole is obviously the one who centers everything.
Yes.
He's the main character without being the main character.
Yes.
It's weird.
Yes.
He overacts.
So I literally wrote like Peter soliloquy, and I misspelled soliloquy because I didn't care.
Because you went phonetically.
I did go phonetically, and I had a kitten in my lap, and it was a lot, and I didn't have my glasses where I could like see what I was writing. So in this movie, yes, it was like, Peter, we need you to do this comedy. It's not your normal big film, but we need you to just, bring the Peter in, and then he's like, oh, well, I can do that. And then he would have moments.
Glass of scotch.
Yeah, glass of scotch. And he would walk upstairs, far away from the rest of the cast, talking about the horrors and the this and that and the other thing. But he's doing it in such a Shakespearean way. And it's like, yes.
So this movie, let's get back to my thing.
Yeah, so your feelings.
Thing.
Your emotions.
High school.
My emotions.
I was in high school.
Yes.
Had the whole world laid out before me on a platter of stinky fishes. And I saw this movie and it changed my life forever in the way that it changed it, not at all. But it was okay.
Hey.
It had Steve Guttenberg, who I loved at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Still love Steve Guttenberg. I think he's one of those guys that you're just like, he is always going to be the guy that I want to be snuggled up to.
Yeah, he's an edgier Rick Moranis.
Yes.
He's got the cuddle factor, but he's also kind of funky.
Yeah.
Kind of gonna get down and dirty.
He's gonna put fingers where you don't expect.
I was thinking you were gonna go and rob a bank together, or maybe, like do some type of a felony.
Sure. We could have gone with that.
So I had a job interview the other day, y'all, and in the interview, when they were asking, they're like, oh, well, we have to do a background check and da-da-da. She's like, you don't have a criminal past. I'm like, oh, no, I'm saving my felonies as my retirement plan. I got the job, y'all. I got the job.
And the felony.
That's my retirement plan. Felonies for old age.
So, Steve Guttenberg.
Yes.
We're going back to this again. We keep getting derailed, and I'm not sure if you're high or if I'm high.
I'm not high. I am.
I'm not either, and I'm worried. He was adorable. Daryl Hannah is always a win.
She's adorable.
It was splash time. She had a succession of really large fun films.
Yeah.
That happened at the time. Beverly D'Angelo cannot beat
Y'all.
Beverly D'Angelo, and she's playing against type.
Oh, yeah, because she was, yeah.
Usually she's like the more centered, but not bitchy, just centered.
Oh, no, she was a bitch.
But she was a bitch in this.
She was a Karen.
And I think she really had fun with that, I think.
I think so.
So all of these things were like an amalgam of all the movies that I enjoyed at the time. Meg Tilly was in it.
We got...
although her voice grates on my nerves, she is beautiful. And there's no getting around how beautiful she is.
Peter Gallagher and his eyebrows.
Yeah, exactly. But I enjoyed the film. I didn't have an emotional attachment to it. There's a lot of times I'll see a movie and I fall in love. So I'll fall in love with the lead character. I'll fall in love with the thing. But the thing I fell in love with the most, and it's crazy, I didn't actually care about any of the cast, the main cast. I cared about all the tertiary
the other ghosts, yeah.
Not the ghosts at all. The people pretending to be ghosts.
The people who worked at the hotel, yeah.
Right. I cared about them more than anything else. I thought they were just amazing in the worst possible way. They were like just these amazing locals.
They really, I never really put much thought into them until this time around. So... You got all your feelings out? I don't want to...
I didn't have an emotional attachment. It was a fun film, but I didn't have any emotional sway to be done.
Okay, so let's go back into the Wayback Machine. 1988, I was going into high school. It was my first year of high school.
Sure.
I was finishing up my freshman year. And this movie was once again on HBO on a loop constantly. I watched it a lot. My sister watched it a lot. She was 7 years younger than me. So I was 14. She was 7. We were both watching this movie a lot. My mother allowed it. Now, I don't remember this movie the way we just, like, when we just saw it now,
Yeah.
and the sex scenes and the monstrous amount of nudity.
The worst, well, not nudity, just...
Yeah, the implied...
The skin of it all.
Scantily clad bees.
Yeah, it's the skin of it all, but mostly it's Steve Guttenberg thrusting into Daryl Hannah.
Yeah.
That was all more off-putting than anything.
That came on the screen, and I'm like, my mother let us watch this. My mother let us watch this. I mean, granted, she let me watch Rocky Horror Picture Show at 14, but there was no sex that you could actually see.
But this time around, I was like, boy, he's really doing some thrusting.
And I don't remember that part. I don't remember all of that. And the HBO didn't cut shit.
No.
So I don't remember any of that. So, yeah, needless to say, I was a little appalled. I was having retroactive, appalling thoughts towards the things that I was allowed to do, because I sure as shit wouldn't be letting my kids at 14 years old watch shit like that. I mean, maybe.
I mean, if they gave me
14, I guess.
If they gave me a tenner, I would let them.
A 7, I would say definitely no.
Yeah. Not our youngest.
Yeah.
Our youngest is cheap as shit. She gave me like $2. I'm not letting her watch anything for $2. But our middle and our eldest, they would steal money from you and then give me the money, and I'd let them watch it.
That's true. So my youngest cousin, because you're like talking about being, cheap and stuff. My youngest cousin at the time, well, she was the youngest cousin. I've got a younger one since then, but she was the baby. She's kind of like our youngest is in the family.
Right.
Her dad bet her $5 to eat a booger, and she did, and he had to pay up.
Okay.
I just think that is like...
That's not about being cheap. That's about being smart and knowing the bets you can win.
Yeah, you just had to know this kid, though, to know that, that she was a tough cookie, and she was funny as hell. Yeah.
The real money is eating someone else's booger.
I mean, I think if my uncle had thought of it, she probably would have done it, but my uncle didn't think of it.
That's a $50 bet, right?
He didn't. I don't think he thought she was going to eat her own booger.
It's your own, so it's fine. Someone else's.
I would not eat my own booger.
So high spirits. Just want to bring it back to the movie because I feel like this podcast is about movies.
It is.
And this is the movie we're doing.
And we are just all the fuck over the place.
I know you're saying we.
Shut up. I'm slightly celebrating. No, a little.
Slightly something.
I'm not. I had a cup of tea.
I didn't say that.
I'm drinking a cup of regular Lipton.
What's in that tea?
Milk, sugar, and Lipton. No, Tetley.
Is that milk Bailey's?
No. Shut up. It's not. Because that would be weird. I don't think I'd like
the wrong podcast.
Bailey's Irish tea. That would be no. No. It's got to go with coffee anyway. So
would have been on theme.
I have I back to Peter O'Toole though. Freaking love Peter O'Toole. Peter O'Toole is like, I was looking at some of the pictures of Peter O'Toole when he was younger. I forgot, man. He was a fun motherfucker. And he was still good looking. I mean, even in this movie in 1988, he was still good looking for an older man, you know?
He was perfectly fine, good looking. That isn't even his older man stage.
No, I don't. I forget when he died, though. I do forget when he passed away. I didn't look it up.
I didn't know, but I mean, I knew he passed away. I just don't know.
I knew he had a problem with alcoholism.
Sure.
It was him. It was David Niven, and I know. Who else? Richard Harris was in his group, and they were all a bunch of drinkers. And one of them, and I think it's Richard Harris, and I could be very, very wrong, tells a story about how they went out drinking one night, and this is my favorite Peter O'Toole story. And they went out drinking one night. And they're like, hey, let's, they're pretty drunk. And they're like, hey, let's go see a play. Okay, yeah, let's go see a play. So they go to see this play.
Was it their own play?
They're sitting in the play. And he goes, Peter O'Toole leans over and he goes, you're going to like this part because this is when I commit. Oh, shit. He was supposed to be on stage.
Yeah. How did I know?
Because I've told you the story before, too.
Have you?
Yeah, I think I have. So that is my favorite Peter O'Toole. I cannot remember if it was Richard Harris or who was with him. But yeah, that is definitely, to me, when I first heard that story, I was like, that is just like the epitome of Peter O'Toole.
Yeah. So this movie is so 80s.
Oh, God, yes.
I mean, it hits all these tropes for a movie And it didn't stick with one, it went with several. So it's the spooky funny, but it's also like that 80s trope of we've got to save the dance club or the orphanage or the castle or the community center by breakdancing, or it's some kind of we have to save this institution.
Yeah.
But it quickly falls out of that. Doesn't seem to have a point to it.
No, because you never. So Beverly D'Angelo's father is the person who is going to end up getting the castle if they can't make money to save the castle. And so, she's there to check it out and blah, blah, blah. And they're about to fail and going to lose the castle. And
it'll be shipped over to Malibu.
Like that. Ew. Ugh, it would sink into the swamp for one thing.
Okay.
Oh, I'm thinking of Florida.
You're thinking of Florida.
Yeah, I am. I know it's in California, but Miami is what keeps popping up in my head.
Don't worry, it'll sink into the sand there.
Yeah, really, it doesn't matter.
It's fine.
But when the movie, comes to its conclusion, her dad's not mentioned again. Her dad's not mentioned after,
And she's been dead.
For, minutes.
Right.
I mean, shit.
All hours.
All of hours, yeah.
So the thing about this movie that gets me is how rapidly everything moves.
Oh my
without
God.
moving at all.
Oh, yeah.
So, it goes from Peter O'Toole, or as Peter Plunkett, who is, forming this idea of, first of all, we gotta talk about the situation with Peter Plunkett, who very first thing he does is get off the phone and try to hang himself.
Yes, he does. Multiple times in this movie.
It's done in a comedic way, but you need to understand that it's going to happen a few times in this film.
Yes.
Suicide happens a few times in this film, or at least attempts at suicide.
Yes.
Twice by Peter O'Toole, once by Steve Guttenberg, who plays, what does he play? Jack Crawford.
Jack, yeah.
Yeah. So, who tries to take some pills.
Yes.
Only intervened by Daryl Hannah as a ghost doing the ghosty whoosh.
Oh, her
which
hands.
only spun caps.
Yeah,
somehow that changed.
Somehow it moved the vitamin B into the Valium and the Valium into the vitamin
thing.
A.
As a kid, I didn't question that.
I didn't either.
That did not hit me
Nope.
as that would be weird.
No, but now
nothing happened.
But now I'm like, how did he not know? Vitamin B are pretty big and Valium are pretty small. So how?
That's being wise to the world, or at least to pharmaceuticals.
I mean, goddamn.
So yeah, it's really on theme for one of the things. Then it's got the haunting, which comes a little bit later because this is all very theme parky.
Oh yeah, because they don't actually think that there's ghosts.
Not even the people that live there.
Yeah, so they make ghosts. They put one chick on a horse and say, "Lady Godiva, how is Lady Godiva a ghost spooky thing? Stick this poor woman on a horse with a wig and some flowy robes and go, oh, it's Lady Godiva. Da, da, da. I'm like, okay, but she's not even a cryptid or what?
It quickly goes past the idea of playing like it's haunting to haunted.
Yes.
And it reminds me a lot of House 2.
Yes.
Where suddenly there's just a bunch of
weird shit
everywhere.
Happening, yeah.
And they've always been there. Why just now?
Yeah. So when we did Frighteners, and Frighteners is
right.
It's labeled a black comedy as well, and
sure.
It's more black than comedy. Where this is more comedy than anything.
Oh yeah, High Spirits is definitely in the. It's not even cheeky comedy.
No, and it's not because it's not like hearty ha laugh.
It's not even dark. There's nothing dark about this
light.
except maybe the suicidal ideation.
It's a weird, excluding the suicidal ideation. It's a very light romp.
Yeah, that is a good way to say it. Everything in this film is a light romp, from the romance that's involved to the suicidal ideation to the destitution or the feeling of failure. All of these things are light romps.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing gets delved in deep enough to cause you to think that they're going to take any of it seriously for any amount of time. The longest piece that I got of an emotional investment was Peter O'Toole telling his father, the ghost of his father,
yes,
that he is upset that he died and that he misses him.
Yeah.
That is the most heartfelt
Oh yeah, he misses his
rendition.
dad.
But it is the only piece in this entire film. And I'm not saying it's a bad film. It is
It's not a bad film.
It is a kooky film.
It is.
It is not going to make a lot of sense.
No.
It jumps around. It ignores convention pretty easily.
You can't go
while still trying to attain convention.
You can't go into this movie with any type of grandiose, oh my God, this is a classic right here. No, it's not.
I mean, we have ghost sex, scalping. Which is really not ghost sex, it's ghost edging. So, just want to make that clear.
And they did it on their first date.
Yeah, I mean, that was like their very first thing to do was edge a little bit.
Jesus.
And it took a lot out of her.
It did.
She edged the crap out of him.
Yeah, I mean, what the...
She sparkly went through him.
And then, like, the Jawa nuns. That kind of is one of my other favorite things. Because, Peter Gallagher is playing a priest who is about to, like...
Oh God, and is that man beautiful?
He is so pretty.
Is so pretty.
He really
but
is.
he cannot act with a shit. Not at that point. Not in this film.
He was still a baby.
God, he is beautiful.
That's probably
It's heartbreakingly beautiful. And I'm like, Meg Tilly, you can't do better than this.
No.
You could do a lot better.
Because this was not...
and she's beautiful.
Yeah, honestly, I like...
beautiful.
I'm not going to lie, y'all. I like thicker Meg Tilly.
I do too, kind of.
And even even Jennifer Tilly. I like them. I love both the Tilly sisters. Don't get me wrong.
Here's my thing.
But I like them thicker.
I think I like them aged more.
Yeah.
Where they have... Both of them attain this kind of displacement from your expectation.
Yeah.
And they kind of are aloof.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where the Tilly sisters, they're sisters, right?
I think they are.
Sisters or cousins. I think it's sisters.
I think they're sisters.
But they kind of have this aloofness, or they got it around 95, I think.
Yeah.
In that area. When was Lesson Zero?
Oh shit, I don't remember.
I'm just trying to think of the timeline.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was kind of during that time. They both developed this. The Big Chill was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That is where they kind of start developing that aloofness in their characters, the way they depict them.
Yeah, it's like they started to go into the land of Jennifer Coolidge. Interesting voices and aloofness, because Jennifer Coolidge has a lot of aloof characters. Like, even if they're needy, whiny, they're still kind of aloof. Like, even in like Best of Show,
they're not part of the main crew. They're kind of outside of it, either drawing attention to themselves or not drawing it. Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, I do. I think Jennifer Coolidge in Legally Blonde, yes, but in Best of Show is one of my favorites.
Ooh, how fun would it be to get both the Tillys and her in a heist film.
Ooh.
Like right now. Like, we're talking like...
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
We could call it the B Team. Baby. Okay. I can't talk any more about this because now I've got to work on a script.
Oh, jeez.
That'll never be seen by the light of day. Don't steal my idea.
Don't steal my pickle, man.
Interwebs.
So, you had made a joke when we were watching it about how, you could tell how old this is because if this was in the age of the internet, that they wouldn't even be able to get another group of people out to that castle, which there's a good chance that they could.
They would have yelped it out of existence.
And I literally wrote no Yelp reviews.
Yeah, they would have yelped it right out of existence on the first day within the first few minutes.
And because
the bus goes into the water.
Yeah, well, when the bus goes into the water and when they're back into the hotel and all of their clothes are still out into all the workers are out there getting all the clothes and they're walking around with like pieces of armor on.
Oh, that's
D'Angelo.
Not when I went into the water. That's when the wind.
The wind, yeah. So Beverly D'Angelo is actually wearing a giant lampshade, and she's wearing dark stockings, and she looked like a double-legged version of the lamp from Christmas Story.
Yeah, but she looks so hot in it.
She looks
How
great
does she
in
make
everything.
a lampshade look hot?
I mean, geez, the woman looks great
crazy.
in everything. You know what what's your favorite Beverly D'Angelo?
And I know it's trite, but I'm going to say Vacation.
Hair.
Yeah.
I loved her in hair. I mean, I loved her. I mean, that was the first time I didn't even know she sang.
I have trouble with hair because it's sad.
Oh, it is sad. But I didn't know she sang even though I grew up listening to that soundtrack, I didn't know it was Beverly D'Angelo. So when
She sings in Vacation.
yeah, but it's
No,
still
I'm saying not the same.
not the same. And like when I remember like, I'd seen her in so many things growing up, and then I saw her. I forget how old I was when I saw Hair for the first time. But like I said, I grew up listening to the soundtrack, and her singing "Good Morning Starshine." I was like, I love this. This is so good. But it's like I'm like I knew that voice, but yeah, it didn't dawn on me. But that's something like Nell Carter. She's in the Hair soundtrack. So
I wish there was a way for us to do that movie while playing the soundtrack. We could like talk about. But the problem is, we would get
hit. Also, so there's a lot of I hate to say problematic. And this is totally off the topic of high spirits, but we're gonna have to say it because now you got me started. Hair, if you don't know the soundtrack, it's a musical, and obviously, and it's set in the 1960s, and it's dealing with the shit that was going on during the Vietnam War. People going off to fight, dodging the draft, not, and getting drafted. Racism, sexism. I mean, there is so much. And then the whole free love aspect of it. So there is a lot. If you
government crackdown.
And then there's just the straight out black boys are delicious. I mean, that was my song. I love that song. It's like there's a lot of, it's a lot, but it is powerful. And then it has one of the greatest songs is, shit, I blanked on it. It's Easy to Be Hard. That is my hands down favorite song on that album. And Three Dog Night did a cover of it, but I always think of the one from the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Because that's just...
So,
sorry, y'all.
Back to High Spirits. This is the movie we're currently on.
It was legit. It had Beverly D'Angelo in it.
Yeah, you tied it.
Yes,
like
I did.
Kevin Bacon.
Yes. 6 degrees.
So the desperation that Peter Plunkett feels, not just in a suicidal way, but also that he feels he's let his family down. The people that work for him, he feels he's let down.
Mm-hmm.
I am really going to be working hard for emotions in this.
There's not. For the characters, because everything seems to be like he's really emotionally invested, but then he doesn't seem to be doing anything in the film. He really doesn't. He's got everybody else doing all this stuff.
And he kind of just walks through with something in his hands once in a while that he's drinking.
Yes.
Whether it's this or the suspiciously clear family liquor that he gives to Steve. And, and Steve walks off with the bottle.
Yeah.
So apparently not that important.
Guess not.
And you never see Peter again until halfway, through that act.
For a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the characters are very... you have your family, the mother, the father, and the 3 boys. And the father is he a paranormal investigator? Is that what he is? Okay. And then you have the priest.
But you get no lead up to any of this. Because it is just, they get the idea, you see them working on it, and then suddenly there's people
the Americans
coming,
are here.
And you have no idea why they're coming. You get sloppily introduced by the fact that he's wearing a priest vestment, that Meg Tilly is staring at him, I guess. I don't know what she does.
She was there on, I don't know, a girls' night, girls' vacation. She's gone on a solo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then,
you have no idea why Jack Crawford or Sharon Crawford are there.
No, well, he thinks it's because of, I think it's the
second honeymoon.
And it turns out that her dad sent her there to investigate the property.
But you don't get any of that until 3/4 of the movie is gone.
Oh, yeah. And, they go through the first night, and the first night they get the people who work at the hotel try to scare them, and they figure out pretty quickly, and honestly, above and fucking beyond, because the paranormal investigator dude, he is like, oh, I don't see anything, and then all of a sudden, the armor, because there's a person, you don't know that it until later on who's in the armor, but there's a person in the armor fucking with everybody, scares the kids, scares the wife. The dad goes completely berserk, and he gets hold of the sword and he chunks it out the window at the mirror because the guy, one of the other workers, he's doing, I think it's Eamon, he is doing the whole mirror trick with the fake ghost, like the spiritualists used to do. And he chucks the freaking sword out the window on purpose to break the glass. And it was like, I'm sorry, that's overkill. I get it. You came here to be scared. You find out it's a fake, but now you're just destroying everything?
Well, it's just that there is no consistency in the way that people act in this film. So one minute you have Beverly D'Angelo is super mad. The next minute she's laughing and dancing.
Yeah.
Now you can say it's the drugs, but she's been on the drugs the entire time.
Yeah, all she keeps popping Valium.
Right. And this guy, the paranormal investigator, he's pissed that they're fake ghosts. Then when real ghosts come out, he's pissed again.
Yeah.
Then he's excited about those same exact ghosts, and then he's also frightened of them, then pissed again, then not afraid of them.
Yeah.
So there's no consistency to anyone's actions here, including Steve Guttenberg. Peter O'Toole's probably the most consistent, but that's because he's off camera most of the time.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And this is not a bad movie.
No, we're just we're just picking.
Right.
Because there's not much else to do.
So there is some things to do. We have some trivia we can throw out. Like Sean Connery, Sir Sean Connery, was originally offered the role of Peter Plunkett. He turned it down.
I can't blame him, but honestly, I can't see him doing this.
Yeah, he dropped out.
So I do have one little bit of trivia. So this is a real castle. This is Dromore Castle in Ireland. And so do you remember the name of the character that Steve Guttenberg played in Police Academy?
Yeah.
Which is?
Dana? No, is it not Dana? Shit.
Begins with an M.
Mahoney. No, it's Dana Mahoney.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't know what the first name is. That part's irrelevant to my trivia. The house was built, the castle was originally built for the Mahoney family in 1830.
Oh, that's funny.
Isn't that funny? I thought that was odd. That's what I had to put that down on my little trivia things.
The fish that was whistling?
Yes. That was my question, or my clue last week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was the rakes of Mellow. So
yep, that was my clue last week.
Also, we have Jennifer Tilly appears briefly as one of the skeptical American guests. So if you're just looking for Jennifer Tilly, that's where she is.
Okay.
Let me see. What else? Steve Guttenberg was apparently very happy with Daryl Hannah and Peter O'Toole. Said that she was very sweet and shy off-screen personality and complimented Peter O'Toole's professionalism.
I think a lot of people have said that about, when we were doing Splash.
Yeah, she's very sweet
and very shy.
And retiring, yes.
I can see that.
I mean, sure. I mean, okay, so my favorite film with Daryl Hannah, anywhere, my very favorite one is Roxanne.
Oh, I love Roxanne.
That is my favorite film with her in it. And I think that personality, not just her thing, but her personality probably best fits that.
Yeah.
That character.
And I find that a lot of actors are kind of, there's a whole spectrum, but there's a lot of them that are inherently shy, because and it's okay for them to act. That's not affecting their shyness. Their actual personalities are shy, because when you're acting, you get to be somebody else, so your shyness can disappear. But when you have to be you, that's when the shyness comes out. So that's I can relate to that.
So here's something. Many of the castle's doors and the floating gargoyle props were repurposed from Neil Jordan's earlier film, Angel, 1982.
Huh. Okay.
Just in case you were wondering.
That's just funny.
So, yes, there's not a lot of emotional investment in this film.
But it's cute in a way where, okay, yes, creepy ghost sex. And I mean, and everybody's getting it on. Beverly D'Angelo's getting it on with Liam Neeson. Daryl Hannah's getting it on Steve Guttenberg. Mom and Dad Plunkett are getting it on. And then Dad's dead. So,
everybody's edging, people.
Oh, my God. All the ghost sex.
Well, essentially what it is that Daryl Hannah's ghost gets interrupted from being killed.
Yes.
By Steve Jack,
Yeah.
drunkenly walking in between Liam Neeson's character, which is what, Martin?
Martin.
Who is stabbing Mary.
Yes.
And he gets stabbed instead, somehow.
Fakely. Not really. Like, he thinks he got stabbed. He's drunk,
Right,
he's
but
reacting.
she doesn't get stabbed somehow, so it breaks the cycle.
Yes. And she has been getting married and stabbed for 200 years.
Right, which is probably a little bit annoying.
Yes. It could be tiring, I could imagine, it's a lot.
And yet, Peter has not seen this the whole time he's lived there his entire life.
I'm pretty sure he's never been in all of that castle. I'm pretty sure
he hasn't seen a single one of these ghosts that have all been here the whole time.
So, okay, so in the movie, Jack says when he drunkenly walks into that room where he finds Mary and Martin, Mary Martin, she played Peter Pan.
True.
When in the room that he finds them in, that they come into, he makes the comment, this is nicer than the room that they have. And it is. It's a much nicer room. And in all the rooms that all the actual guests are in, there is junk. So they make this comment about, leaving things because they want it to be authentic and they don't want to, the ghosts need the wood rot and stuff like that. All of the lived in areas literally has junk everywhere. Old pieces of equipment and wood and just fabric everywhere. But when they are in the areas that Mary inhabits, the other ghost areas, it's clean. It's not cleaner.
It's just not
cleaner.
Cluttered. It's not cluttered.
It still has the ripped up fabric curtains everywhere, but it's got lots of moss and stuff.
Well, it has decay, but there's no clutter.
Yes, so there's a good chance he hadn't gone up there, so he wouldn't have seen that. But now Mom has always known about the ghosts, because in the very beginning of the movie, when his mother comes downstairs and is reprimanding him from trying to hang himself again, because you get the impression that this is what his go-to is, to try to hang himself off that rafter.
That same rope every time.
And she comes down there to yell at him, and she says, your father's very upset with you. And he's like, he's been dead for years. And she's like, but he can still be upset, and that, the family's upset and blah, blah, blah. So she's been seeing these ghosts for a very long time. So she's been aware of it. And that, she kind of like, spoiler alerts it without, telling him. He just wasn't listening. She told him.
But this entire thing is like, if you just had one word for the film, I would say antics.
Antics.
Because it's just
quirky. It's quirky.
Well, it's just all over the place.
It is.
There doesn't seem to be any real direction to the actual, things that are happening. The one good bit I thought, which was pretty good, was the part where the stage.
Yes.
And they were all getting drunk in the bar. The bar is part of the stage area.
Yeah.
So they're all drinking, and they had originally done this ocean play, I guess.
Yeah, the night before.
I don't know what they call it. It's some kind
of
like
a pantomime or something.
Yeah, like that. And it's got the wooden waves with the boards that are all like single layer 2D kind of representations of things happening. And they start moving of their own accord. And when the whale comes through and the tail comes down
on everybody,
and the cardboard whale dies, and then a real whale tail hits the table. I thought that was a pretty good thing, especially in the 80s.
I like the tentacles myself. When the tentacles come out over the submarine.
I'm talking about the whole sequence.
Oh yeah, the whole sequence is awesome.
And the kid going into the pantomime, he becomes part of the wooden, the flat surface, the 2D,
he's 2D
surface, yeah.
When he goes back on, when the tentacle pulls him on the stage.
That whole sequence I thought was done really well. I thought even with all the chaos, they really did kind of work at making that really a showcase for what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
They pull the kid out, and it's a 2D representation until he comes flying out.
Yeah.
It was done pretty well.
It was like the stage had its own dimension in itself.
Right.
And yeah, and like when Peter O'Toole is once again soliloquying and
Rhapsodically soliloquying.
and he's, standing there, and then all of a sudden the big bricks are coming out of the masonry, and they're coming past him slowly, because behind him in the wall, behind all those bricks, are all these crypts.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. How did his dad get in there? Or did his dad just
his dad wasn't part of that.
Oh, okay.
Those were all decayed corpses, and he was a ghost.
Now, that one corpse, could that have been Mary? The one with the curls that was up on top that had the wife?
I kind of thought it might be, but
I always thought
she would have animated, and that looks like his. Well, she was family.
She was family.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's one of those ones that always got me, because it doesn't look like her when she's quote unquote 200 years old. But
I always thought that was when I first saw this.
It's got the same hair.
When I first saw this, and when I saw it this time, I also thought it.
Yeah, it's like it's got the same hair.
And it hit me like a memory. I'm like, oh, memory. I'm like, oh shit, that is her, right? Are they going to find out that that's her, and it never happened?
So I have to say that this movie does redeem Steve Guttenberg from the short circuit fiasco. In the nostalgia sense of the things, yes, I am not mad that this movie is what it is. Yes, as per usual, anything in the 80s is pretty much going to be a problematic movie. Is it diverse? Fuck to the no. There's
Hell no.
A sea of white. And
yeah, there's no diversity in this at all.
Yeah, so it's got problems. It has issues, but it held up to my memory of it in the sense that, yeah, it's a cute little comfy movie.
Well, yeah, I didn't find anything in the film that was beyond, I didn't go, oh, well, I forgot about how bad this was.
Yeah, there wasn't.
Except for the thrusting.
Yeah, that was bad.
Steve Guttenberg thrusting into Daryl Hannah is going to burn into my retinas now.
Well, I probably PTSD, forgot that, on purpose.
I don't know why it's so disturbing, because he's a good-looking man.
It is. I think it's because it doesn't go with the rest of the movie.
Maybe it just... it
doesn't fit.
It doesn't go with my idea of Steve Guttenberg, who I think is a cuddly bear.
Maybe. No, it doesn't go against my image of him. I think he's a cuddly bear who probably likes to thrust weirdly. But
I'm not saying he doesn't like it. I'm saying it's not something that's depicted in film very often.
I just think that you've got this movie that is kind of, it's a cutesy movie about ghosts, because none of the ghosts are ooky scary. They're not like ghosts in horror movies.
Again, this is even a downplayed version of House 2.
Yeah, it's so nothing in this is scary. Nothing in this. There's not even any jump scares. There's no
and there's these
moments.
There are these cringe moments, when she's recite something to me, and he starts doing Chantilly lays. Which
I always thought was a cute thing, though, as a kid, because I always thought that was just oh, he's doing the Big Bopper, So
I just thought it was it's so out of place.
It is out of place, but it's it shows you she's doing Byron and he's doing Chantilly lace, and how they're worlds apart. But at the same time, like I said, it's got that lightness to it. And then there's the sex. And you're like, what? And Liam Neeson as a fucking perv is a little weird too. Because he is a freaking horn dog for Beverly D'Angelo. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get it. But, dude,
everybody falls in love way too fast.
Oh my God. It's what? It takes place over 3 days. And everybody is madly in love.
Within the first day.
Yeah, Jennifer Tilly and Peter Gallagher. And, they're everybody's well, except he just tried, except for the Jawa nuns burn his coochie area, They burn him where his bathing suit touches.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then push him in a pool.
They got his crotchal area.
And then they push her in the pool. It's not a pool, it's like a freaking pond that's been scummied up. But yeah, it's an adventure. I recommend it though. It's a sweet little nostalgic movie, and it's not. Again, it's got the really bad graphics of electricity, the lightning and everything. The spirits whispering onto the lake. The swirls of the spirits when they're coming.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very badly done. It's when they used to animate the frames after they would film
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, it's got that Ghostbusters feel to
Oh,
it.
definitely.
Where everything's like the hand-drawn cells.
Yeah. So, and that's always like, are we done with this? But not in 1988, we aren't. So, yeah. Again, there's really not a whole lot to say about this movie.
I don't know if I'd say there's not a whole lot to say. We just talked for 15 minutes about it.
Okay.
So,
I mean, there's a lot to say about it, but we didn't talk about this movie the whole entire time. We did go off on many a tangent.
there's just not a lot of emotional investment.
There's not. It's a fun little romp. Like I said,
But it holds up as that same fun little romp
It
that
does.
it was when I was a kid. So nostalgia kind of equates to reality in this case.
Definitely.
I don't think I had it overblown in my head.
No, I didn't either. I knew what I was getting into. And again, after the disappointment of Short Circuit, anytime we watch any of these 80s movies, I kind of keep that in the back of my head that you might be disappointed. Because I was really burned by Short Circuit.
I was too.
really remember that differently as being so much better than it was. And so knowing that, keeping that in my head, all the other movies that I expect to be really bad, they don't disappoint me.
Yeah. So let's see if this passes the Castellini test. This should be interesting.
Honestly, I think it's going to in a weird way.
I think so too. But let's see what it does.
Yes.
There have to be at least 2 named women characters with at least 5 lines dialogue each.
Okay, Jennifer Tilly's character is named Miranda, and Beverly D'Angelo's character, Sharon, Mary, Daryl Hannah, plus we have the women, I can't think of their names because I didn't write them all down, but the women who work at the hotel.
They didn't have 5 lines each.
The mom does, though.
Yeah, the mom does, but not
Kate. I think her name is
workers.
Kate. No, that's one of the workers. I didn't write down. Nope, I didn't write. Oh, Mrs. Beckett. Mrs. Plunkett. Beckett. Mrs. Plunkett.
Obviously, Mrs. Plunkett.
She
What's
has a
her
lot.
first name?
They don't give her a first.
Sharon. No.
The Peter O'Toole's mother does not have a name. She does. I didn't catch
If
her
she's
name.
unnamed, she's not a named woman.
Mrs. Plunkett is literally her name on the cast list. IMDb it. That's where I got it from.
We have 2 at least.
At least 2. Yes.
That's all we needed.
Yeah. Well, I was like to name them all.
Those characters must have a conversation, not necessarily with the other woman, either not about their partner or with their partner, future or current, and not about their relationship.
Okay. So yes, Beverly D'Angelo and Steve Guttenberg talk about their relationship. Beverly D'Angelo and Steve Guttenberg also talk about the hotel. They talk about the ghosts. They talk about seeing ghosts. They talk about the man in the tub. They talk about Mary. Then they talk, like I said, in the hotel.
Sharon confronts Mary.
Sharon also has a conversation with Peter O'Toole. And let's see, Jennifer Tilly, I can't because all she's horn dogging is over Peter Gallagher. So, brother Tony.
So there's not much you can do.
Yeah, you can't really go with that. But yes, so they do have conversations with other people, not about relationships.
Yep. At least one of the women has to be integral to the plot, meaning that if she were written out of the film, it could not reach the same ending.
Okay, well, if Daryl Hannah and or Beverly D'Angelo were taken out of this movie,
neither could happen.
Neither could happen because there'd be no reason for them to go to the hotel if Beverly
Steve
D'Angelo.
Guttenberg wouldn't be there to save Mary.
And if Mary wasn't there, there would be
no one to save.
Nobody would have saved him.
True.
So
it wins.
Yay! How weird is that?
It is a weirdly equitable.
Yeah, but again,
in some ways and in many cases not.
And our 4th question that we only answer once in a while, and that was the diversity one, and that is not happening. So
no, it is not. This is not a Tremor situation where it hits a perfect score.
Yeah, no.
High Spirits is a fun film, but it has definitely got it's lacking in many things: direction and or cohesion and or diversity.
Yes.
Those are the 3 things I think are the main issues.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, it's a perfectly good film. Will you see it? Maybe not. It's from 1988.
Mm-hmm.
In my heyday, it was great.
Yeah.
For you, you're going to see some hand-drawn images that remind you a lot of, I don't know, really old films. So
yeah. So if you want to catch this movie, try it on, walk around the house for a bit, see how it fits in the seat.
It'll ride up with where?
Yes, it'll ride up with where. You can catch it on Tubi, YouTube TV, Fandango at Home, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, and Netflix, either through subscription, $2.99 to $3.99 rental.
We saw it on Tubi. Wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad, we had commercials, but honestly...
Didn't have too many of those.
No, and we need sometimes commercials because, pee breaks and animals.
Yeah.
So
this has been Once More with Feelings with Beth and Michelle. You can find us wherever you listen to podcasts. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at OMWFPod. Visit our page at oncemorewithfeelings.podbean.com. Or you can send us an email. We like those because they're in the email form and not in the snail mail. omwfpod@gmail.com. Take a moment to subscribe and rate us on iTunes or any of your religions.
Yes. So in a few weeks, we're going to have a guest. Pat Green is going to be joining us for a watch.
Yeah, he's a columnist, author, documentarian, a freelance photojournalist. Currently, Pat is the editor-in-chief of Gen X Watch and managing editor of Barnstormer Publishing. And you can find Gen X Watch at genxwatch.com, and I'll put the link in the show notes.
Awesome.
He is going to be with us, and we can talk about the film. We can say what it is.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing Benny in June.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting discussion. I had a few conversations with Pat, and he seems like a really dynamic person. We got connected through Pretty in Pink.
Yes.
He did an excellent article. You should really go to Gen X Watch and read that article discussing Pretty in Pink, or his observations of it, his critiques, or the things he really loved about it. I think it was a really interesting thing, and that is what drew us to wanting to talk to Pat. So I think that Benny in June is going to be an excellent film for us to really dive into that. So,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, be sure to listen in. It'll be several weeks from now. I'm not sure when this gets published.
Yes.
But we will keep you apprised as we go along.
Also, we have another podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Totally forgot about the brand new podcast.
Yes, Folkloric. It is a bi-weekly podcast, so give us a little bit of a breather between episodes. And it's basically things that go bump in the outside, Scooby, spooky world.
Well, we go through cryptids and myths and legends and lore, folklore.
Yep.
Because
you name
it's called folkloric.
Yep, you name it, and we will make fun of it. No.
The first episode is unicorns. Your favorite subject.
Yes, next to dragons, which, yeah. So, next week's episode. Here are your 2 clues. And I'm torn. These are so easy, guys. If you can't figure this one out, I really tried to be a little bit hard, but this was just, there was no way to do it hard. Okay, Steve Buscemi and John Lovitz are in this movie, but they're uncredited. But they're credited in the soundtrack. And the second clue is a princess who turned into a general helped write the script. Uncredited. And those are my 2 clues.
She was the script doctor.
Yes. Because she was a princess and the general.
I think that's probably one of the easiest ones.
I know, but she was uncredited, so if you don't know... Like, it's one of those, if you know...
The internet exists.
It exists. If you really care enough to try to figure it out, let me know.
That's been a trip. It's been high spirits.
High spirits. There's not even a catch line. Like, there's no...
Oh, no, I've got one.
Oh, you do?
Look at me, you bastard!
It's shagging bullshit is what it is. I'm going to start doing that from now on. Instead of saying fuck as much as I say, I'm going to say shagging this, it's shagging that. The shagging cat, and just did a shagging thing over there on the shagging floor.
Used a lot of S verbs.
I know, too many S's on the dance floor.
Bye.
Bye.
All I wanted to be was happily useless. You made me miserably useless, giving me this place. Bath to run, bills to be paid, and then dying on me just like that. Most people give some warning, you know, premature senility, angina, gout, bedridden for years, but not you. Oh, no. Healthy as an old goat, you pop off one day in the orchard, and what then? Not a goddamned word, not a whisper. Did it never occur to you that I might need some advice? I might miss you.